Almost. Welcome to the half hour to health. Okay. Now, tonight we're talking about the nervous system. What I wanted to do, because the nervous system controls not just a little bit of function of the body, but every function of the body. Now, this gal, this is 17 years ago, Dr. Lorraine Day. This is stage 4 breast cancer that metastasized to a chest wall and lungs. Now, there's no stage 5. She actually cured herself using no surgery, no chemotherapy, no radiation. Now, I have a small 5-minute clip of her. Now, the first part, and you got to remember, this gal, head of orthopedic surgery at San Francisco Memorial, teacher at a medical college for 15 years. Is she aware of the medical options available? Yeah, well, the clip I found of her is only 5 minutes long, but she talks mostly about vaccinations, but at the last part, the last moment of the clip, she talks about how your body's designed to heal itself. And so you have to listen through the first part of it to really get it. But this was her about 17 years earlier. Now, when she says that her body's meant to heal, she is speaking with incredible, incredible authority. She looked pretty good for a 75-year-old that just recovered herself from stage 4 breast cancer with no surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation. You're supposed to say, wow, that was an MD talking about how your body's designed to heal? It's true. Now, the nervous system. Yes, that is the greatest sage ever. First off, we're going to learn a lot of anatomy and physiology. Now, the nervous system is actually the first system to form in the body. And in fact, all the organs grow off of it because the nervous system controls and coordinates every function. Wait a second, does that mean that the nervous system controls cholesterol levels? Yes.
Yep.
Blood sugar?
Yep.
Yep. Blood pressure?
Yep.
Immune system?
Yep.
Wait a second, you mean the nervous system controls every function and coordinates it? And the reason is, if this nervous system that's connected up to the long bones, or the kidneys are going to produce erythropoietin to tell the long bones to produce red blood cells. So there has to be a balance there. The spleen has to know how many red blood cells it's going to destroy so you have that harmony. So this is the first system to develop after just 4 or 5 weeks. Now, there's 2 parts of the main system. There's the central nervous system, and that's encased in bone. The central nervous system is very, very delicate. Now, that's got a couple of different parts. The peripheral nervous system goes away from there. Now, the peripheral nervous system actually has coverings on the nerve called myelin. They look almost like electric cords. But the central nervous system has 2 main parts, somatic and autonomic. Now, soma means body. So this means that the central nervous system can actually control parts of the body. But then what do you think autonomic means?
Automatic.
Automatic. And it's true. These are the things that you don't think about. Like after an adjustment, kidney function increases up to 300 to 400%. Your immune system increases 300 to 400%. Are you aware of that? No, because you can't really feel it. I know. So all the automatic functions, such as now if you cut yourself, do 5 liters of blood instantly go on the floor?
No.
No. So, well, do you have to really think about how you're going to heal? Like I just scratch myself, excuse me, don't interrupt me. Wait, now I got to really focus on this. I got to think about it. No, it happens automatically. Okay, so these are the autonomic parts. Now that is what every medication affects. And this is the dangerous part. Now there's 2 parts of the automatic nervous system. One is the rest, digest, and repair mode. This is what you need to repair broken, swollen, destroyed, degenerative joints. It's also what you need to protect yourself from cancer. The fight or flight one keeps you alive in the short term. Now when one's elevated, the other's down. So if you're always stressed, your immune system is weakened. If your immune system and repair is really high, you can't respond to stress really well. So there has to be a balance in those 2 systems. Does that make sense? Ah! Oh God, that scared me. It's like I'm being chased by a tiger. Okay, it scared you, didn't it? Okay. Well, first off, I just showed you an autonomic response called a fight or flight system. Okay, I'm going to do it again. I don't want to scare you again. Okay, I know it's scary looking. Okay, what happens when you're being chased by a tiger? Instantly, under that response, heart rate, blood pressure, blood sugar, and cholesterol go up. So does this mean that if someone's constantly under stress, that they could be misdiagnosed with high blood pressure, misdiagnosed with diabetes, yeah, always, all the time. That's why 100% of the people on blood pressure drugs got to reduce or eliminate them. Wait, did I say 20%?
No.
100%, because they're misdiagnosed. It's ridiculous. But also, this is designed to keep you alive in the short term. If it's depressed, okay, you won't be alive in the short term. And blood supply to the gut shut down and body regeneration is there. Now this is everything. The autonomic nervous system, every medication out there is designed to balance this or change this system. The fight or flight, heart rate, blood pressure, stress hormones, cholesterol. Without the fight or flight, you can't resolve stress. If one's up, the other's down. But also, it's an anatomical structure. What I mean is, you've probably seen this picture before. These yellow dots going up it, that's called a sympathetic chain. That means if this nervous system is firing off, if you got that fight or flight system, that signal goes to this sympathetic chain, and that changes the function of the organs. Okay, does that make sense? If the parasympathetic is firing off, that changes these nerve firings, and you change organ function. So you got the two automatic nervous systems that when one's firing off, those organ systems have a certain function. When the other's firing off, it has a certain function. Okay, so your life, the quality of your life, your body's resistance to disease is dependent on these two nervous systems. I cannot stress the importance of this more. This right here, now you can see this person not standing up straight. And I've showed this x-ray before, but my gosh, now, look at the significance, looking at through these educated eyes that you have now. What's his sympathetics firing off? Okay, does he have that fight or flight system going off? Absolutely. So you could tell him, buddy, I've seen spines like this that develop high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol. And so, you know what he might say? Well, I don't have those conditions. Okay, well, let's wait till you develop it and then we'll fix it. No. Anytime when you look at these two functions, these two nervous systems, if there's an imbalance, you die early. You live a shorter, sicker life. This person right here, his sympathetics have to be firing off. There has to be decreased blood supply to the gut. There has to be increased firing of stress hormones. There has to be. So why not fix it? Now this is the crazy part. We're ending a 100-year experiment where people like this, who have the sympathetics firing off, what's his blood pressure like?
Yeah.
High. So they're going to give him a toxic chemical to change how his autonomic nervous system is regulating his body. So if we give him a diuretic or, wait, that doesn't make any sense, does it? If we give him a diuretic or a beta blocker to force that blood pressure down lower, and his body requires it up higher, aren't we compromising oxygen to the entire structure there?
Yeah.
Doesn't that increase his risk of disease? Does this mean that all medications slow or stop the metabolic process that's dangerous and leads to greater disease? What did Dr. Lorraine Day say? Your body's designed to heal itself?
Yep.
Wow, that's smart. So when you see a nervous system that's straight, that's free of interference, you know those nervous systems are balanced. It can work. And we're going to have a word class. Okay? Now, when somebody says, wow, you have metatarsalgia, sounds scary, doesn't it? Sounds like a doctor show? I just said you have foot pain. Okay, so let's look at this, because the old Greek guys, old Latin, neuro means nerve. Pathy or pathos means that there's a suffering or pain or problem. Ology is a study. Osis is a condition of. Itis is inflammation. Toxin is poison. So we can put some of these words together, because this is what a lot of doctors have been telling you. They'll say, oh, it's a neurotoxin. Now think of the importance of this. This nervous system controls what part of the body?
All of it.
Every function. So when somebody says, well, it's neurotoxic, do not blow that off. My gosh, it's toxic to the nervous system? You should say, good gosh, are you nuts? That could destroy life as we know it.